kid, welcome to KidTime StoryTime. Today's show is all about twists. Oh, no, not that kind of twist. I'm talking about a story with a twist, a song with a twist, comedy, poetry, Espanol, and the news. Here we go.
Hey kid, at first glance, you might think we're about to read Little Red Riding Hood, but we're not. This is Little Red Reading Hood, and there's another twist, and I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, be careful, don't reveal too much, Green Bear.
I will not, but the wolf is not what you think. Ba-ba-ba!
Oh, the mystery of Little Red Reading Hood and the MISREAD wolf. What does the author mean? MISREAD wolf? Oh, wait, Jefferson, where did you come from? Over there. Over where? Over there. Over where? Over there. I don't see where. The point is, I want to know, is someone going to get eaten in the story, or is this another one of those happy endings of yours? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. You'll have to stick around. Oh, I just knew you were going to say that. You're so predictable, storyteller. Well, she's predictable too, but try telling her that. All right, now back to Little Red Reading Hood. Oh, Tibby Tiburon, where did you come from? Over there. Over where? Over there. Over where? Over there. I don't see where. The point is, I want to know if someone's going to get eaten in the story. That seems to be a popular question today. I'm just really hungry. For what? Knowledge? Are you asking me or telling me? Yeah. Okay, you know what? Why don't you just go sit over there with Jefferson and we'll find out what the story's about. Okay, be right over there. If you need me, let me know. Okay, I'll let you know. So many unsavory characters around here today. All right, let's just get into this before we get any more strange interruptions. I don't know where the hole is in the roof in here. Where are they coming from? This book belongs to you and me and the KidTime family. And this book is telling us, wait, what? You can't judge a wolf by its cover. This gets more and more mysterious. Once there was a girl named Little Red Reading Hood. She loved red. She loved reading. She sounds vaguely familiar, doesn't she? And she loved the special hood her grandma had made. Oh, it looks fabulous. And look at the grandmother. She's using one of those old-timey sewing machines that I see in all the antique shops. And there she goes. Go, Grandma, go. And oh, yeah, big warm hug because that's how we show Abuela, Grandma, thank you and our gratitude for that beautiful hood. Oh, that's a nice picture of a bird. One day, her grandma wasn't feeling well. Oh, Grandma, you enjoy that tea and you just get some rest. You'll feel better soon. So, Red made a special treat for her and set off to deliver it. Oh, what's the treat? Oh, they're not really letting us see what the treat is here, are they? But it's kind of covered up here, but it's behind here. And oh, I do see a tin of cookies. And I think I see some crayons. And oh, hey, look at that little bird peeking inside. Tweet, tweet. Probably tweeting about it. Along the way, oh no! Ba-ba-ba! Already, I wasn't ready for the wolf already. But there he is. And she came across the wolf and the bird. He's going to have a lot to tweet about. He said, sniffing the air. Oh, I smell my favorite smell. Oh, no. Luckily, Red had read what to do if you encounter a wolf. Maintain eye contact and slowly back away. So she did. Oh, see? Reading can save your life, especially if you're caught in the woods with a wolf. The wolf kept sniffing and moved towards her. Oh no, why isn't the maintaining eye contact and backing away part working? Look at that face, the concentration, the paw in midair, the hunch moving forward like so. You know something's about to happen. But what? Let's find out. Luckily, she had read what to do if a wolf moves towards you. Stand tall, wave your arms, clap your hands, and throw rocks. So she did. Kung, 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 kung. No, no, said the wolf, sniffing deeper and moving closer. I just want to, ouch, oh, forget it, said the wolf as he slinked away. Well done. So the reading did save her life. Okay, we're good. Okay, on to Grandma's house. Red continued her journey. Along the way, a robin asked where she was going. Tweet, 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 tweet. Luckily, she had read what to do if a bird asks where you're going. Give a detailed description of your route while noting good spots for worms. So she did. That is so kind of her to do that. And oh! No! Did you spot him? There he is. I almost didn't see him. Hiding in the rock formation, and nor did Little Red, who, by the way, is enjoying the view. And I'm so glad she's stopping to really take in this beautiful vista and being where she is, although she doesn't know about the wolf. That's sort of not the best part about this. Finally, Red arrived at Grandma's house. How do you know it's Grandma's house? It says it right there. Also, all the grandmas in fairy tales have the cutest cottages, right? But the wolf had arrived first. Ba, ba, ba. Luckily, Red had read what to do if you encounter a wolf dressed as a grandparent. Hint that you know their secret by pointing out their big features. So she did. What a big nose you have. Oh, the better to smell my favorite smell. Smell every smell, replied the wolf, not sounding suspicious at all. He resisted the urge right then and there to sniff. What big ears you have, she said. All the better to hear every word. He really wanted to sniff. What big eyes you have. All the better to see every picture. He really wanted to sniff. What big teeth you have. All the better to... Oh, forget it, he said, and the wolf pounced. Dinner time! Get out of the way, Timmy! I need to see what's happening next. Okay. Luckily, Red had read what to do if a wolf dressed as a grandparent pounces. Wow, she did some very specific reading, right? Shout and swing an axe. Unluckily, she didn't have an axe. Left the axe. And her shouting sounded a little bit more like screaming. But look what's happening on the page with no words in it. The pictures are telling us 1,000 words. The little bird who she had helped earlier by giving him some worm orientation earlier, remember? And she was so nice and kind. Well, now the bird is paying her back by trying to save her life by coming to the fellow with the axe, because there's an axe in the plan, but she doesn't have an axe, but he has an axe, and maybe he's taking a break and this is a good time to maybe go save somebody. Meanwhile, back at the cottage, Red ran for the kitchen. The wolf didn't waste a second. Wait, what's he... He's losing focus. Come on. He was so focused before. What's he looking at now? He's not looking at her. He's looking at her bag. And his big jaws yanked the treat out of the basket. But what treat out of the basket? That's a book. Do you think that Wait, you're telling me that this wolf doesn't want the human flesh? I don't think so, Witch Efficient. Oh, this better get better than this. Oh, that new book smell! It's my favorite. Oh. It was the book. The treat was the book. We've been misreading him all along. Will you read this to me? Oh, look at him looking all so pathetic now and with his big wolfy eyes like, please. But wait. Where's Grandma? Demanded Red. But I am Grandma. Cute, but no. Where's Grandma? That's right, stand your ground, Little Red. But, no one ever reads to me, said the wolf. Will you read to me, please? Well, she had never read what to do if a wolf sniffs the book you made for Grandma, asks you to read it, and doesn't once try to eat you. Yeah, no, I've never read that book either. But Red did know that you can't judge a book by its cover. Okay, she said, if you bring me Grandma, I will read to both of you. So he did. She was just in the IKEA closet. She was not eaten. Oh, we can all relax now. There she is. She's fine. Look, she's smiling, and the wolf is giving her a hand, has the big old I'm sorry face on. And by the way, Wolf looks pretty good in the whole purple lacy frock number, right? And there she is preparing the bed for story time. Oh no! Stop! Okay, all right. Again, the picture is telling us 1,000 words. What happened was the Axeman showed up on the advice of the bird who tweeted to him about what was happening here previously when we had a misunderstood situation with the misread wolf, and he's gonna come save the day. But Little Red's like, stop! No, he's not bad. And Grandma's holding on to the wolf, saying, no, it's all right, honey. We'll work this out. We'll get it all straightened up. And meanwhile, Wolf's life is flashing before his eyes right now. And luckily, okay, she's explaining. He looks confused. Wouldn't you be? And you did a great job. Don't you worry. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Yep, you did exactly the right thing. How could you know? I mean, I wouldn't have known. And oh, look at that. Grandma is patting Wolf because grandmas are so forgiving and kind and the best. Look at that. And they all loved books. And look, even the Axeman took a break from his axing to enjoy the story, and they're all snuggled in bed. And now Grandma's actually extra warm because Wolf's coat, I hear, is very warm. And everything turned out A-okay, but we weren't really entirely sure what was going to happen there, did we?
That's the very nature of a twisted fairy tale. Yeah, you think one thing is going to happen, and then boom, something else happens. Hey, where were you, Doug the Dinosaur?
Yeah, where were you, Doug the Dinosaur?
Oh, I was a little bit
scared?
Yeah, so I was waiting over there just in case there was any
human eating?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but basically, the wolf just wanted to devour her books.
I see what you did there, Great Bear. So clever.
Yeah, grown-ups sometimes call stories like this an adaptation or a retelling, or in the case of a fairy tale like this one, they will sometimes call it a fractured fairy tale.
Like it broke a bone?
Yeah, kind of weird, right? But that's why I like to call them a twisted fairy tale.
Yeah, I like stuff with a twist.
Oh, wait, Great Bear, you did a twist on a song, remember?
Do I remember? Absolutely. I just found that the alphabet song.
Oh, yeah, you know the alphabet song, right? A, B, C, D.
Super boring. And I really needed to make it super cool.
Yeah, so he decided to, what do you call that thing you do?
Lay down the beats.
Yeah, he laid down the beats.
Oh, you know what they're talking about? They're talking about alpha rap, which is this song that Green Bear created that puts a great twist on the classic. But you know what? I'm not going to sit here and talk to you about it.
Do you think she's about to?
I think she's about to.
I am about to. Hey, off-screen technical genius?
Yes.
Please play alpha rap.
Of course.
You've heard of the alphabet?
Well, this is the alpha rap.
It's from KidTime StoryTime.
And it's going to blow your mind!
small, but I'm strong. You hear? You hear?
C is for cake. I love to eat cake. D is for diva and for drama of high stakes.
E is for excellent, like my grades.
F is for fish, and fuchsia is my shade.
G is for gooey.
A is incredible.
J is super juicy.
K is for kiss, which is totally gross. L is for la la la. You're singing too close.
M is for mommy. N is for naughty.
O is for oh, I have to go potty.
P is for papa. Q is for K.
Like when you're speaking Spanish, y yo no sé.
R is for rooster. S is for sleep.
T is for Halloween, trick or treat. U is unique.
V is victorious.
W is for witches, and we are notorious.
X is for treasure map, where X marks the spot.
Y is for youth, and that's what I've got.
Z is for Zowie. We reached the finale. Now we know our letters and feel super literary. Yo, yo, yo. This is my alpha rap. It sounds so good. Like maybe it's so awesome that I'll go Hollywood. It's 26 letters that you've just gotta learn. Or when it's time for spelling bee, you will get burned. But alpha rap's gotta double the speed to prove I can really hang with the bee's knees. That's an old way of trying to say, hey, look at me, I'm with the cream of the cream. But no real bees, cause they might make me wheeze, make me sneeze, make me fly overseas. Alpha rap's easy like 1, 2, 3. Eating cheese, walking down the beach in a cool breeze. I'm Green Bear with this verbal attack to help you learn the ABCs of alpha rap. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K,
L, M, N, O, P. Q, R, S, T, U, V.
W, X, Y, and Z. Now we know our ABCs.
Next time, won't you read with me?
And that was Green Bear with Alpha Rap.
And now, after the jam, comes the comedy with a twist.
Welcome one, welcome all to the Ha Ha Factory Comedy Club!
It's not really a factory,
But a garage comedy factory doesn't sound as cool.
but it is honest.
We're not here to be honest, Doug the Dinosaur. Just honestly funny.
I see what you did there, Great Bear.
Today, we're telling why did the chicken cross the road jokes, putts with a twist.
A twist.
Let's see how creative you can be. First, we will hear the original chicken joke as told by the chicken.
Do you speak chicken?
Now, I'm taking Spanish. Next! Why did the chicken cross the playground to get to the other slide?
Oh, you're gonna love this one. Why did the chicken cross the internet to get to the other side? Haha, get it? It's a technology joke.
Why did the chicken cross the road? It was a free-range French chicken, and its passion could not be contained to just one side of the street.
Why did the bear cross the road? Because the chicken was on vacation! And that's bear humor. Why did the chicken stop crossing the road? It got tired of the same joke!
Why did the cow cross the road? Why, Dill? To get to the other side. Udders. Udders is a funny word.
I have one. Why did Adele cross the road? Because she wanted to say hello from the other side. No?
I don't get it.
Who is Adele? Oh, I see everyone is here for my poetry slam.
Olivia the Ostrich, this is a Ha Ha Factory!
Nonsense! It's a garage, I said. Besides, I reserved it. Starting now. Well,
Welcome all to Poetry with a Twist next. Oh, thank you. I'll start because, as you know, I'm a classically trained stage actress, highly skilled in optimal poetry delivery. Words. Roses are red, violets are blue, sugar is sweet, and so are you. Ooh la la. That was the original poem. Now you try, poets. But remember, add your own creative twist.
I'll go first because I'm a leader. Roses are red, violets are blue. I love cookies like a witch loves bat stew. No, me, I have one. Red bear is red, the sky is light blue. Skunks are black and white and make me say P-U.
A few too many syllables, Red Bear, but a valiant effort.
Now moi, everybody knows French giraffes are natural poets. I dedicate these words to my lady love. Your lips are so red, your eyes are so blue. I buy macaroons and share them with you.
Oh, puppy love.
Sharks are also poetic.
All right, everyone, take 10 steps back from Tibby Tiburon.
Before I start, I just want to say, you all look delicious tonight. Your swimsuit is red. The water is blue. I'll take a small bite of your leg.
That didn't even rhyme. Oh, Tibby.
You know, great art can make the audience uncomfortable.
I am definitely uncomfortable.
Please pause. Do you smell something?
Suntan lotion?
No.
Fear?
No.
A human leg?
Something a little furrier?
A bulla bear is in the cha-cha-cha corner.
Also known as the kitchen. Let's go.
Cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha, to the corner, cha-cha-cha. Hello, kid. Welcome to my cha-cha-cha corner, also known as the kitchen, where life is more delicioso.
A bulla bear, whatever you're making smells delicious.
I hear you read Little Red Reading Hood, so I decided to make Little Red Foods. Red gelatin, gelatina roja, strawberry cake, pastel de fresa, and watermelon lemonade, limonada de melon.
Can I have it all?
Not yet.
Abuela Bear, did you ever read Little Red Riding Hood when you were a kid?
Sí, in Spanish, Little Red Riding Hood is la caperucita roja, wolf is lobo, and grandma is abuela.
Now can I eat the red food?
No, come back in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha, to the corner, cha-cha-cha.
KTST News.
We interrupt this song and dance for the news. I'm Walter Cronkrat. Tonight's big news. Little Red Reading Hood was saved by her reading quick wits, and that wolf was never gonna eat her anyway. Alpha Ruff just hit #1 in 17 countries. Wait, no, I'm being told just 7 countries. Which ones? It is unclear at this time which ones. Chickens keep crossing the road, but why? Also unclear. The debate rages on. No word on when Abuela Bear will finally let Green Bear eat dessert. And that's the way it was. I'm Walter Cronkrat, wishing you good night and good cheese.
You know, Green Bear, I really like how we all put our own twist on stuff today.
Yeah, it's like we made something old into something new.
Yeah. You know, kid, that's something that you can do. You know, use your creativity, add your own special touch, your own ideas, and make something your very own. Whether it's a story or a song or a joke even, just let your creativity flow.
Then it's like the story listener will become the storyteller.
And won't that be a twist? Oh, I gotta go. Well, kid, we'll see you next time, right here on KidTime StoryTime.
Let's go.
Coming up, Abuela!